Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I'll be highlighting and showing footage from one of the best DDE videos uploaded over the past year.
You know those kids? People are losing their mind. I mean, the car sounds like a 90s F1 car.
Right off the line, Mr. JWW released a video that is next level incredible from start to finish. In this video, the reception in Cambodia continues to be outstanding and the historic sites are incredible. This video from James is wonderfully produced with amazing clips, insane Gentani sounds and flames, great music, action from start to finish. It's not to be missed. If you are not a Mr. JWW fan, you probably will be after watching this video. The overall experience here absolutely looks first class, and the video ends with them taking boats across to a private Gumball Island reception. Multiple entrants say several times that this is the best Gumball ever, so let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. A really quick note before we continue. The last video I posted received so much support, and honestly, I'm blown away. Thank you all so much. If you like these videos, then please subscribe and help me hit my goal of 1,000 subscribers. And now back to the video. Mr. JWW dropped a second video as well, and this one starts off with some more awesome B-roll and behind the scenes footage. They mentioned they have over 400 cars when they're trying to break the record.
Brought over 400 supercars here. All along there, you see those colourful dots? They're all supercars.
But I'm not sure where that number is coming from, because in Mark McCann's video I'm going to talk about in a minute, he says the Gumball is limited to 100 cars.
The record we have to break is 170 cars. That's the actual record.
That's the actual record?
We have about 400 local cars here and our 100 Gumball cars here. So we've got circa 500 in total. But they're pretty strict. Like, they don't count SUVs or whatever, or even...
JWW also breaks down the cost of insurance on the SVJ for this trip and reveals it is £28,000 for 9 days. When James finally catches up with DDE, the Lamborghini technicians are working on the car, guessing it needs an alternator, supercapacitor, as well as a battery. Speaking of DDE, the SVJ now has a check engine light.
How's your amperage? 14 volts? Yeah, but I don't know why that's on. That was never on. There's one thing after another, man.
But it started, which is nice. But it is running rough.
We'll even get some new brakes. That went away now.
One of the entrants, who happens to be a local, has an SVJ in addition to the Bugatti that he's driving, and has offered his supercapacitor to DDE, and they have a battery and alternator planned for replacement as well. But to get to any of these parts, they have to make it to Thailand, which is 12 hours away over 2 days at the time of the upload. Due to delays and a long lunch time, they also end up losing their police escort after lunch, and to make up time, James and Damon have to drive like the locals, if the locals were in SVJs. Now let's talk about Nico. Both DDE and JWW are posting videos to their channels daily, and this marks the second day in a row with no video from Nico and no real appearances today in DDE or JWW videos. Couple that with James telling DDE that Nico is having pretty serious car trouble at one point, and this may mean that Nico's rally has come to an end. I've checked several social media platforms and they are all dark on the subject, so let me know if you think his participation in the event has come to a close. Mark McCann released a video as well on the cost of Gumball. You may remember he ran Gumball last year. He says that when trying to insure his car for last year's rally, his insurance would not cover him on the rally due to the risk. As a result, he had to use Gumball insurance, which they found to be a third party, which Mark doesn't seem to be the most comfortable with. They paid £8,000 to insure a £500,000 Aventador. I did think it was interesting that it was invite only and limited to 100 cars. I thought it was a few more than that. As someone who has been to a 200 car rally over 3 days, I get it. It's a logistical nightmare, but this doesn't jive with the supercar record that the entrant set this year of 400 cars. Like I said before, I'm guessing it may have been 100 entrants and 300 local invitations, which is not far-fetched because a 1,000 car Cars and Coffee event is pretty commonplace in the US. Mark tallied his cost to rally with his team at £100,000. He also did the math for £60,000 times 100 entrants to arrive at £6 million. Quick maths indeed, Mark. Adding that Max told him that the rally was only possible through the sponsors. Considering DDE's cost and the amount of sponsors they have, I'm going to look at that math again and we'll try to revisit it in a future video. Now, talking about the crowds, as someone who has already done one rally in remote areas this year, even in a stock Porsche, you are inspiring kids and watching them fall in love with car culture. I think we take it for granted sometimes just how fortunate we are when the rally stops for fuel in a remote area and you have parents and grandparents walk up to you and say their child loves your car, and then you give them a chance to check it out. It's a special feeling. When a young kid comes up to interact, I use the opportunity to try to be a good example for them, and I tell them two things: work hard and be kind. And as long as they do that, they will have an opportunity to achieve their dreams. That's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments what you thought about today's video. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.